Welcome to Dog Food TV. Dog Food TV is sponsored by Dog Food, the brand. You can find that at www.dogfoodstore.com. I'm wearing a camouflage hoodie that'll be available a little bit later, and the Dog Food crest hat that is currently available right now. I'm trying to dip down. So this particular video right here, it came about because I believe in episode 2 made a comment about the Browns not having more top 10 run defenses in 20 years than Schwartz had in 5 years. Schwartz had three top 10 run defenses while he was a defensive coordinator for Philly. The Browns since 1999 have had 2. So I started to do a little more research, a little bit more analysis, and found some things that I thought were interesting and thought could really be used as really evidence as to what 2023's focus should be. It really shouldn't be as much focus on quarterback play, and we'll get into that in a second. So the question that I pose to you is, what is the AFC North known for? What is the calling card of the AFC North? I already know what you said. You said defense. Specifically, it's run defense. So we're going to take a look at the Browns' finishes in just run defense period since 1999. We know they have 2 top 10 finishes, but we're going to look at the entire history. And when you see these numbers, you'll see why for 20 years plus, it has been disappointment, sadness in terms of supporting the team and want to see some success. But I think that tide is turning, and, part of it is going to ride, I would say the majority of it is going to ride on run defense, and we'll explain that right now. So, I'll get my glasses on here. So, let's take a look at the Browns' rushing defensive ranks. We'll start from 1999. 31st, okay, first year back in the league since they suspended play for 3 years. All right, whatever. 2000, 29th, 2001, 29th, 2002, 27th, 2003, 23rd, 2004, 32nd, 2005, 30th, 2006, 29th, 2007, 27th, 2008, 28th. So nothing higher than 23rd. All right, no need to really beat a dead horse there. Let's move on to the next slab, the next graphic. 2009, 28th, 2010, 27th, 2011, 30th, 2012, 19th, 2013, 18th, 2014, 32nd, 2015, 30th, 2016, 31st, 2017, 7th, but you know what year, what happened that year, what the record was, 2018, 28th. So crack the teens there. But again, no real traction, no real movement, right? And again, think about, what does having a good solid run defense allow your defense to do? It's not as susceptible to the play action. Teams are just going to run it just to keep you honest, just so they're not one-dimensional. Let's get to the next set. 2019, 30th, 2020, 9th, 2021, 12th, 2022, 25th. Obviously, you see the question mark for 2023. Now, I will tell you that Jim Schwartz has had more top 10 run defenses as a defensive coordinator. I think 1 as a head coach, but more as a defensive coordinator than the Browns by almost 3 times, I think, maybe even 4. It's pretty high with a couple of different teams. So that bodes well for the prospects of what the run defense can be in 2023. Now, I asked you a question about the AFC North, and we're going to take a look at each team, and we're going to take a look at their their run defensive rankings in the top 10 since 1999. And we're not going to look at every year because we don't need to look at every year. And you're about to see why. So let's go to the hated Pittsburgh Steelers, the arch rival, my mother's a Steelers fan. A lot of my family are Steelers fans. So, I hear it a lot. So, again, just because this graphic might look a little confusing, this is not, it's not sequential. So this, on these slides, on these graphics, it's only the years they finish in the top 10. If you see an asterisk, that means it's a Super Bowl appearance or a Super Bowl title. If you see div in parentheses, those are division first place in the AFC North. So let's get it started. 2001. They had a number 1 run defense and they won the division. 2002, they had a first-ranked rush defense and they came in first place in the AFC North again. 2004, they had a first-ranked rush defense and they won the division again. 2005, they had a third-ranked rush defense. They went to the Super Bowl and they won the Super Bowl. 2006, third-ranked. 2007, third-ranked rush defense, still was able to win the division. 2008, a second-ranked rush defense, went to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. 2009, third-ranked rush defense. 2010, first-ranked rush defense. 2011, eighth-ranked rush defense. So you have 10 top 10 run defenses on this graphic. You have 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 championships. And if it weren't for Big Ben throwing some interceptions in his own territory, I believe James Harrison said, you're not Peyton Manning, you're just paid like he is, they probably win that Super Bowl as well. But nonetheless, they won 2, went to 3. Let's go to the next set. 2020, second-ranked run defense. 2014, sixth-ranked run defense, won the AFC North. 2015, fifth-ranked run defense. 2017, 10th-ranked run defense, won the AFC North. 2018, sixth. 2021, 32nd. That's kind of the only anomaly. I don't really know what happened that year. I'm guessing maybe injuries because the next year, 2022, ninth-ranked run defense. So that is 16 times since 1999, the Pittsburgh Steelers have had a top 10 run defense. And as you see, the results speak for themselves. Now, this is where the frustration comes in when you think about the Browns and all of the top picks that they had, all of the swings that they took to try to land a quarterback. And, Big Ben was a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong. But having elite defenses that he had for a nice chunk of his career, that don't hurt. Tom Brady will tell you that as well. So it's frustrating that the Browns, for all those years, were so, they had tunnel vision on we need to find a quarterback. And you had Josh Gordon for a stretch there. He was on a Hall of Fame trajectory. He was putting up big numbers with a variety of different quarterbacks. So there are teams in the last 20 years that I can list. I can name you at least 10 off the top of my head that was able to put together a defense. And in some cases, the defense, the quarterback play rather, wasn't necessarily the best, but they were able to go on a deep playoff run. In the event that you had good or elite quarterback play, you were able to win Super Bowls off that. The Ravens, the Bucks, we'll just go in order. The Ravens, the Bucks, the Patriots, obviously, the Steelers, we just saw that. The Bears took Rex Grossman, the Bears defense took Rex Grossman to the Super Bowl, right? So is that 5? That's 5. Not going to say the Steelers again. We're just going to just name teams. The Seattle Seahawks, Legion of Boom. That's 6. The Denver Broncos with Von Bell in them. That's 7. The Rams with Aaron Donald in them. That's 8. The Eagles, we already looked at the Eagles. I think they were number 1 that year. That's 9. The 49ers went to a couple of Super Bowls, and I'm almost certain that those defenses were in the top 10 in rush. That's 10. If you want to throw the Titans in there, they didn't obviously make it to a Super Bowl, but they've had top 10 run defenses, and they've been to a couple of AFC Championship games in 20 years. So that's 11 right there, and I'm sure I'm missing a couple. The biggest example I would say is the Bears, but again, let's go on to another rival. The hated Baltimore Ravens. Art Modell moves the team. They become the Ravens. And they are probably more of a rival just based on that fact than the Steelers are. I still would say the Steelers are easily number 1, but the Ravens are 1B. So let's take a look. 1999, second-ranked rush defense. 2000, first-ranked rush defense. You know what happened in 2000. 2001, fourth-ranked rush defense. 2003, sixth-ranked rush defense, won the AFC North. 2004, ninth-ranked run defense. 2005, ninth-ranked. 2006, second-ranked run defense, won the AFC North. 2007, second. 2008, third. 2009, fifth. So again, 10 more top 10 rushing defenses. You have 1 Super Bowl appearance right here on this graphic, 1 Super Bowl title, and 2 AFC North crowns. Can't remember if they won it in 2000. I think they might have been second that year. Let's go to the next set. 2010, fifth. 2011, second run defense, won the AFC North. 2012, you see this is an anomaly here. Go to the Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl. They have a 20th ranked run defense. Again, I don't really know the ins and outs of that. Might have to get somebody that's a Ravens expert to come break that down. But regardless, that's 12 up to this point, 12 top 10 run defenses, and it results in a Super Bowl appearance and a Super Bowl title. Now, I believe the 49ers in that Super Bowl actually had an elite defense, as far as what the stats say. But the Ravens won. So that's 2 Super Bowl appearances, 2 Super Bowl titles. 2014, fourth. 2016, fifth ranked rush defenses. 2018, fourth ranked run defense, win the AFC North. 2019, fifth ranked run defense, win the AFC North. 2020, eighth ranked run defense, win the AFC North. 2021, first rank. 2022, third rank. How many times is that? Is that 19 times? I think that's 19 times because 2012 wasn't top 10. So that looks like 19 times. Again, what is the AFC North's calling card? Defense. Specifically, run defense. That's 2 out of 3 teams that have prioritized run defense, because outside of Joe Flacco and Lamar Jackson, the Ravens have, again, they didn't have a staple, a fixture like Big Ben, but who was the quarterback when they won the Super Bowl? Trent Dilfer. I don't even know if that was his name. I don't know if that's the right name, but again, both of those teams, run defense, dominant run defense. Maybe you're not convinced. Let's take a look at another rival. Some would call it an in-state rival, but, I'm not going to get into that. Some would call it an in-state rival. Battle of Ohio, whatever you want to call it. Team that has recently had some great success. Hey, can't take nothing from them. Got to show respect. They're a top 3 team. They're a top 3 team right now in the NFL. Let's take a look at the Cincinnati Bengals. Top 10 run defenses since 1999. 2009 7th, 2011 10th, 2013 5th, 2015 7th, 2021 5th, 2022 5th. They won the division each time they had a top 10 rushing defense except for 2011. And you know what happened in 2021. You know what happened. They went to the Super Bowl and almost won. So you have two teams that pretty much embodied run defense dominance for over 20 years. And then based on this graphic here, you have another team that kind of been up and down with it, but for 10 years, they've been somewhat consistent with their run defense and getting Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, some of the other receivers, some of the other pieces has opened up a window for them. So let's bring it on back to the Browns for 2023. Again, everybody's piling on Deshaun Watson, saying this is a make or break year, and if he doesn't ball out, then the season's a failure, that they're going to be terrible and they're going to finish last in the division and all of that. And maybe there's some truth to that. And I think 10 to 15% of that is probably true. We're going to break that down in another video, but he has Nick Chubb. He has a bunch of weapons. The run defense, they were 25th last year, 2022. I believe they were 25th. Right? They went 7-10. Let's say with Jim Schwartz, before we break that down, let's look at Jim Schwartz's top 10 run defenses since 1999 real quick, and then we'll break down what I was about to go into. Tennessee, 2001 5th, 2002 2nd, 2003 1st, 2007 5th, 2008 6th. That's as a defensive coordinator. Detroit as a head coach, they had a 6th ranked run defense, but that was the only time. 2017 with Philly, 1st ranked run defense, won a Super Bowl. 2018, 7th ranked run defense with Philly. 2019, 3rd ranked run defense with Philly. As a defensive consultant with the Titans, back again. 2021, 2nd ranked run defense. They got the first round bye, got put out by the Bengals. 2022, 1st ranked run defense, started 7-3, lost their last 7 games and missed the playoffs. So this slide here illustrates that Jim Schwartz, with the proper pieces, can be the architect, can construct a top 10 run defense. You see it right here on the slide. That's 11. Is that 11 times? Looks like 11 times. Myles Garrett, Zadarius Smith, just your bookends. I believe in Tennessee, it was Javon Curse and Albert Haynesworth on those teams. I believe. I have to look it up, but I'm almost certain that those were 2 of your anchors on that defensive line. I know Keith Bullock was a linebacker. I mean, they had some nice pieces on defense, so it wasn't just a defensive line. They had pieces all over in the secondary in the early 2000s. 2023 Browns, we know they retooled the defensive line. The linebackers hopefully are back healthy this season. And obviously we know about the secondary with Ward and Newsome and Emerson and Delpit and Thornhill, McLeod coming. So I'm very confident that Jim Schwartz is going to be able to get them. They're not going to be 25th. They're not even going to be in the 20s. I would almost, put money on that. Let's say they're not top 10. Let's just give them middle of the road, 14. They went 7-10 last year with a dual quarterback situation. And, they were kind of in the running, but towards the end, I think the Saints game kind of put them out of it. But let's just say you get Deshaun Watson he has a Ryan Tannehill type season. We'll say a Ryan Tannehill type season. And that's not Deshaun Watson of Houston, right? They won 7 games last year based on the circumstances that I just laid out. With a 14th ranked run defense, you can reasonably infer that they're going to take 3 games from the loss column and move it to the win column with Nick Chubb and that type of Deshaun Watson. So that's 10-7. Same Deshaun Watson, not elite Deshaun Watson, not Deshaun Watson that's putting up 5,000 yards or 4,500 yards, not that. In this example, with a top 5 run defense, you're 12-5. You're 13-4. It's the run defense. Now, obviously, the offense can't come out and stink it up. They can't turn the ball over, right? They can't leave points on the board. They have to finish drives. We understand all that. But assuming that Nick Chubb is the number 1 or number 2 running back in the league, all of the weapons that they've given Deshaun Watson at his disposal, a full offseason, and a competent, let's not even say that, a retooled defensive line under the guidance of Jim Schwartz, a proven architect of top 10 run defenses. And he just won a Super Bowl back in 2017. In this division, it's a must. It's not a wish. It's not a desire. It's a must. Somebody tag Andrew Berry in this video because I think he's doing a great job. But regardless of what happens with the offense, the focus has to be in this division, the AFC North, defensive line play, linebacker play, run defense, stopping the run. So, hope that was informative. Went a little longer than I wanted to go. But they're already talking, and that's good. I like it. I like it when, I don't have no problem with people talking. They made, Chase made the comment about, he almost called them the elves and all that. Hey, I don't have no problem with the talking. So, hey, you don't want them to talk, you got to shut them up then. It's like Jordan said in The Last Dance. Okay, they talking before the game start, that's good. Because if they up and they talking, well, you ain't really going to respect that. But they talking before the game start, okay, now you know what time it is. So don't have no problem with that. But we are less than 48 hours away from kickoff. So the beauty of it is we're not going to have long to wait to see what this run defense is going to look like. So we're gonna do the prediction video, and as far as the result of the game, and we'll do a post-game recap after the game is over. So again, this is Dog Food TV, sponsored by Dog Food Store, dogfoodstore.com, premium sportswear brand for Cleveland football fans, and I hope to see y'all again on the next one.